So recently I sold my Axe FXII and went out and bought a Line 6 Pod X3 Live. Now before all the Axe FX users out there get ready to kill me, there's a perfectly good explanation for this. I've been using the Axe FXII for I think 3 years now, and it is the best item I have ever purchased as far as guitar related stuff goes. I don't think I can live without it. That being said, I was hoping to buy an Axe FXIII, but they are currently out of stock on the website, and everyone that's selling them secondhand is selling them way above what the cost should be. In the meantime of waiting for the Axe FXIII to be available, I bought the Line 6 just because I needed to save some money, and I also have a couple shows coming up that I absolutely have to have some sort of amp for. What I'm going to do today is take and set up the Line 6 in a way that will work for the shows that I need. I need to have a clean channel, a crunch channel, some solo stuff, and also the ability to have a tremolo. So what I'm going to do is set that up, pray to God that it sounds somewhat similar to the Axe FX and will get me through a couple shows, and hopefully Fractal will have an Axe FXIII available that I can buy before April when I have to go on tour. So after fiddling around for about an hour trying to get the computer editor set up for the X3 Live, I came up empty-handed, and for some reason the driver does not work with my computer and I can't get it to work. So I'm going to be doing all the editing by hand, which is going to suck. What I'm going to do here, I have a reference track lined up of a Titans in Time song called Over and Over. Kind of has the basic patch that I need to get the tones out of any of the songs in the set. So here's what the clean tone sounds like. And then the distorted tone for the chorus. So those are the basic tones that I need to get through a set. So what I did, since those were recorded direct with the Axe FX, I need to kind of set this up in a similar fashion. The clean tone that I used from the Axe FX was with the AC20 and a little bit of delay and a little bit of compression. And then the crunch patch is the Recto 1 Red with an 808 mod distortion in front of it, and then of course have a delay and a boost for the solos. So what I have right now set up on this is a little bit similar. I'll start with the clean tone, and I have for the amp and cab I have the 1965 double verb set up because that's a pretty good clean sound. I need to add delay and compression, of course. So here is what it sounds like with nothing at the moment. Of course, it would help if I was in tune. So here is just that amp straight up at the moment. So that's a lot cleaner than what I have in the over and over tone. And a lot brighter. So let's bring up a little bit of bass, take out a little touch of treble, a little more drive. Sounds like it could be a little close. It seems like it's a little muddy, but overall not too bad at the moment. So I'm going to add a compression a little bit just to bring that up and see if we can brighten it. Way too much. Hello there. I'm just going to boost it about 2 dB. So very, very smooth, and still seems a little muddy, so I'm going to take out some mids, add a little bit more treble. Actually, it's kind of close. It's a lot smoother than what I had with the Axe FX, which I kind of like. We don't use clean that much in the set, so I think I could work with that. Of course, I need a little bit of delay. So it's a quarter note delay. That's what I had set up on the Axe FX, set up for tap tempo. And to me, that's not quite as good as the Axe FX, but it will do at the moment. And I keep forgetting how to use this thing, of course. Had a little bit of reverb added, of course. So that sounds pretty good for now. I'm gonna have to see what it sounds like with the rest of the band. It should fit in the mix pretty well though. So with the distortion channel on the Axe FX, I was using the Recto one with a tube screamer in front of it, and had a delay set up and a boost for solos, and had a modulation on there for a couple effects, usually a tremolo. So I'm going to try to get close to that. There's a tread plate amp in this, which is supposed to be kind of close to that. So we're going to see, yeah, I have it brought up already with just that. Let's see what the reference was. So there's a lot of like sizzly high end in the Axe FX version of that. This straight out of the box has a lot of bass in it and not very much high end. This also has the 4x12 tread plate cab on it and a 421. I like the 421. I've messed with a couple of the other mics and they sound a little strange to me. So I'm just going to try and edit that amp a little bit just to bring out a little more high end. A little more drive. And let's see what the stomp box is on there right now. Oh, it's already on the tube drive. How convenient. So, bring the drive and the gain up just a little bit. Just this thing is a pain in the ass to use. Bass down a little bit and add a little more treble just to bring out that high end. That doesn't sound too bad. Let's see what it sounds like compared to the song. It's close. Sounds a little bit too scoop to me. I think that sounds pretty good. It's definitely not the same, but it sounds close enough that I can get away with it live in the couple sets that I need it to. Just go back and forth. I think the distortion's a little too loud, but I think overall that sounds decent enough for the time being. Let's add a boost and a delay for some solo stuff. So here's without the boost right now. Here's with. That gets a lot louder. I don't know if I like it to be that loud. So I'm gonna change the threshold a little bit just to. Sounds like a good increase, and it needs delay, of course, because you can't have a solo without delay. So I have a quarter note tap tempo on, so changes, which is awesome. Take out some of the bass and add a little more treble like I did on the last patch, just to clean that up a touch. Feedback seems okay. That seems decent enough. I need to play it with the band, of course, to see if it's going to cut through, but that seems pretty solid. And then, of course, in one of our songs called Let You Die, there is a tremolo effect, so I need to have that in there somewhere. So right now it has a chorus on. Find the tremolo. Opto tremolo. Set that up for tap tempo so that I can have it show up at the same tempo as the song, which is 160 beats per minute. I'm really disappointed that the computer editor is not working on my computer. That would have made this so much easier. Of course, the mix needs to be 100% for it to work like that. Ooh, 8th note. There it is. And that'll work. So I think that the clean sound of course I'm not in tune anymore, and the distortion are somewhat close enough to get by at the moment. Of course, this is nowhere near as good as the Axe FX was. So, Fractal, if you're out there, please get those Axe 8s done as soon as possible. I really miss my Axe FX, but this should get me through at least a couple of gigs that I needed to for Titans in Time, and hopefully I'll be able to have Axe 8 before I go on tour in April. So I was able to take and get the individual tracks of drums and bass for one of the Titans in Time songs called Let You Die. Originally in the studio, I recorded the song with the Axe FX II with the same parameters I was talking about in the beginning of the video. So I'm going to go ahead and play over the studio tracks with the Pod X3, and you can click on the link in the description to hear the original song, and let me know what you think of the comparison between the Pod X3 and the Axe FX.